It is episode 101. 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
Today we talked to Paul Caldwell.
Yes.
About his biking adventure, which was fucking outstanding. I had to self-bleep
That was
myself
an
there.
epic story, to be fair.
You had me in there for the whole 45 hours that you talked.
It's almost equivalent to the two Johnny's GA story.
It is a little
yeah.
bit like that, yeah. Stop trying to reel people in, you dirty bollocks.
It's true.
Name drop.
But yeah, there was you'd said about coming onto the podcast, and you were saying about like reliving the thing together, and I'd said yeah, we'll be right there with you. But I felt I was on the journey with you.
Well, it was good to have the map up and go through
Yeah.
it and kind of get a perspective on it.
I was going to do it myself, but I don't think I have to do it now because
No,
I feel
you're
as if
grand.
I've just done it there this
You're
evening.
grand.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You've talked us out of doing it.
Yeah. We've all come
we-
joint 10th. So it's fine.
Like this morning when we were talking, we were like doing it next year. No, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. We did the Chocolate Bar World Cup Cup finals over, and we had our usual waffle
League.
games. Right, will we name it?
Yes, let's name it.
Right,
Well,
okay. So Paul, at this point, sorry, go on.
You've already come up with the
I
name.
know. Well, I'll suggest it and see how it goes.
Okay.
So
Do I get a say in this?
yeah. So you'll get a vote as well. You get to think of your own name.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
My suggestion, which happened quite early on in the podcast, is the blowy boat.
Part 1.
Part 1, yeah, the blowy boat.
It's going to be hard to beat.
That's a hard one to beat. Can't beat the blowy.
Yeah, right. Go on. You want to have a go at it?
Oh, I thought we were just going with that.
All right. Well, you're just giving up.
Okay, well, I don't know. 4 reels, but 4 spelled wrong.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. I like that as well. What do you think? Do you like the blowy boat?
The blowy. I can't really go sharing it around with my parents. Oh, here, look at this. The podcast I'm on. The blowy boat. The blowy boat.
That's kind of like the other one that we had. Remember your man wanted to tell his
Poor
parents.
Kingsley, yeah. Oh, we killed him. I have another suggestion. This mightn't go as well. So what about Paul had a pedal?
You did that the last time.
Did I?
I think it was something like
yeah.
that.
Paul
No.
the Highlander.
No, that was going to Timahoe or something, wasn't it?
I would walk 550 miles.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, okay.
I would cycle
550
550 miles.
Yeah, I would cycle 550 miles.
I would cycle.
Well, I did kind of walk as well.
Will we go? I would cycle 500 miles just so it actually ties in with the song.
Okay.
Sure. Go
I
for
know
it.
there was more there, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
if
good.
you want, you can. I cycled like 250 or 275 part 1.
yeah.
970 kilometers.
Okay, so we're gonna go with that.
Aye.
All right, so you get to name it.
Well,
now.
I would say one.
Go on.
Smelly and Tesco.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good too.
So
how would you feel about
Comfort-
sharing that with your
comfort break.
parents?
Comfort
break.
break.
I like that too.
yeah, comfort break is good as well.
What do you think, Paul? Actually, we'll give you the final say.
Yeah.
I'd say we'll go with I would cycle 500 miles.
Okay. All right. So
Perfect.
Part 1.
yes,
Kinda
part
matches
one.
up,
Yeah,
doesn't
part
it?
one. So this is episode 101.
I would cycle 500 miles.
Yeah, waffle me this, waffle me that. Thinking all the topics that you could have had. The only game that makes me feel so alive. I'm guessing for 30, it could be only 5. Getting them all will be a superpower. You can get it every week on the JB Waffle Hour. 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 JB Waffle Hour.
Would you hurry up?
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, you do.
Just
Yes.
in
I
time.
love it.
Just in time.
Yes.
Didn't even
I
check
love
the
it when
levels.
John says he loves that song.
Oh,
1 2 1
John,
2.
that song. Get in that mic there, you. You have to be right on top of it.
Right on top.
There we go.
Mix me
Ready
on
to go?
headphones here.
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
we're
ready to
going.
go? I'm ready to go.
I'm not ready. Can I go to the toilet?
No.
We're still
we
hungover
going?
from episode 100.
Oh my god. Cake hangover.
Oh my god.
Loads of cake.
There's frosting all over my face.
Pretty tiny cake.
That was not frosted.
That was episode 98 and a half.
Icing.
Man icing. Go on anyway.
Oh.
Introduce the old episode there, will you?
Hello, everybody. This is episode 101.
Woo!
It's like in America. This is podcast 101.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you all about podcasting.
Now we have to
But we're
aim
not.
for 200.
Yeah, that'd be next
We
one.
definitely missed out the opportunity. Podcast 101.
Really?
This is podcast 101.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like to be a how to do a podcast
Yeah.
episode.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they say in the Americas.
All right, you're gonna have to go home. I'm sorry. This is going to have to be about.
This is episode
We've been
102.
overtaken
And tonight our guest is Paul, who is an expert in making podcasts.
I can mix
Putting them on the
podcast
spot.
for you.
You could actually. Actually, you've got a background in audio engineering. In fact, that's primarily what you do.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, not really though.
Well,
But it used to be.
yeah.
Sorry, Bertie,
You
we interrupted your intro there.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
I
The
hope
sound
you-
quality has improved though since the last time I was on.
Thanks.
The guests haven't.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, he's here. I thought he was. I thought he was remotely signing in.
You can mute your Zoom. Go on, Bertie. Sorry, go on.
I hope you all enjoyed episode 100. We hit the big 100 last week. We were very proud of ourselves. We went and celebrated. We had cake. We talked about how great we were.
Yeah.
We talked about our
These
favourite
are
episodes
great.
and
Yeah.
guests who came on. And also make sure you interact with us on the Spotify. There's polls there. There's feedback. There's questions we ask.
Mm-hmm.
You can send in any correspondence you can. We'll read it out from Spotify. If you see us on Instagram, make sure you like, share, add us to your story. Facebook the same. We've TikTok videos. We've an X page, which sounds weird. It's formerly known as Twitter.
Right.
Go on there, follow us, like us, X us, whatever you do, whatever you're having.
What do you do now on X? What do you do? You cross people or something?
Yeah,
You
it's
send
not.
an X.
It's not a tweet, is it? It's an X now, is it? Or
I
what
have
is it?
no
It's an
idea.
X.
It's an X now, but you can say whatever you want on it. True, false, whatever it is.
Elon Musk has a big fat head.
But if things,
Oh, no, you
if
can't say
things
that.
aren't true, they have a little
You're
thing
barred.
underneath now that says what's real.
You're
If you put up a video.
excommunicated.
What?
Yeah, you not see that no.
Is
So
that
if
new?
if there's a video and it's like someone saying, "Oh, look at this video, they done such and such," there's a thing under a disclaimer saying, "It wasn't actually this," and they were brought to court and found like not guilty or whatever.
Oh
like.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, they fact check all the videos.
Oh, very good.
With
Yeah.
a legal team.
Yeah,
I have
Just
no idea. I just
know
noticed
what I
on Twitter there, you know. or
that's
X.
mad.
Yeah, there you
We'll put it in a filing cabinet.
go. Yep.
What's the other one that
Highland
Donald,
cabinet.
Donald Trump is on? Isn't it? He's like there's a social media platform that he's on. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's cryptid or
Rumble
something.
or-
Truth.
Is that what it's called?
Truth
dunno.
Social.
Yeah, you're right. What is
Is
it?
it the Rumble one?
No, yeah, Rumble. That's it.
That's the one Russell Brand.
No, Rumble is something else.
Don't say his name.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, Russell Brand's on it, and so is.
I thought it was Truth Social.
What's
Donald
the-
Trump had.
Oh, no, I think it's Rumble. Is it?
Okay.
But maybe you could be right. I don't know.
What's that sound?
What is that noise?
Oh, that's the air conditioning outside the windows. Do you want to close those windows there, John Boy?
Yeah.
Pretty warm. Oh, no,
I-
it's
Doing
cool,
it for now.
actually.
I want to start off by asking you, lads, how was your weekends? We had a trifecta weekend. We all met up at one
Yes.
stage, apart from John.
That's
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row then for us.
Oh yeah, you were on the stag as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bertie.
I was there for the whole lot of it though.
Oh,
It's true.
were
I
you the
was-
one that disappeared from
I
it?
was working.
Oh.
No. I only
Ah,
got
you
down
were
late on the
Oh, right.
Friday.
Okay.
I was
I had to
doing
babysit.
business. Yeah. And some
And I
job
did
you
a
did.
great
Destroy the lad. What were we doing on Saturday night?
We had
Saturday? Yeah,
a
Saturday.
school reunion. It's 20 years since we done our leaving cert.
Mm-hmm.
So Mariana,
Woo!
fair play to you, set
Still
up a
having
little bit
nightmares?
of a
Yeah.
get together in the old stand.
Mariana did pretty much everything for play to her.
Yep.
I
14, I think it was it?
yeah, 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her on the night I was
More
like,
brothers than tech. The tech lads let us down. Fair play to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
they did. In fairness,
It was.
I told her the night there was a group made for organising that, and me, you, and Rachel was in it as well, and
Yeah.
then Mariana, and my addition to the group was 2 gifts or 3 gifts.
What were those gifts?
And that was it.
Were they wrapped?
No, one was about you. I can't remember what it was though.
Oh.
It was very funny though. But that was my addition to organising the reunion.
She done a
fair
fine
play
job.
to you.
She did a great job.
Great
in
job.
Yeah,
fairness.
it was nice to see. Will we name everybody who was there? Can you
Yeah, go
remember
on.
who was
Run
there?
through them. Keith Jones was there. Keith Jones.
Jonesy.
Jonesy. Jonesy is stuck in the naughties.
What-
Because
yeah,
that man
big-
still
big
puts his
style.
collar up.
I know. Yeah.
Very cancer.
Actually, I was talking to the better half, and she was saying that guy had his collar up. I was like,
that's
yeah,
Jonesy.
I haven't
That's
seen that in a while.
Jonesy used to always have his shirt collar up and used to
yeah.
always get in trouble for it.
Yeah, it's so funny. Fair play to him. Siobhan Bagnall was there. I met Siobhan today actually again.
Oh yeah.
Was chatting to her about Saturday.
And of course Mariana.
Mariana was there. Yeah.
Scal was there.
Boy, Scal.
Paddy Dempsey.
Paddy
How are you,
Dempsey.
Scal?
And
Paddy.
actually, a lot of them do actually listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Paddy in years now, apart from through
Stephen
the podcast.
was there. Matt was there.
Stephen.
Owen was there. Other Owen.
Stephen Pearl.
Oh, Stephen Pearl. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Carl
Dempsey?
Oh, Carl Dempsey. Yeah. I'm trying to think of everybody. Now.
Owen Dignan.
Yeah, I said Owen.
She said Owen already.
That was other Owen. He's
Matt Allen.
OWEN.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
You're just repeating what I'm saying.
Who was the guy in the Ireland rugby jersey? What's his name? Enda Grogan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he was a year ahead though.
Yeah,
right?
he stayed back. He did.
Oh,
He
he did.
came back with us, and was it Cahill or Scal? No, it was Cahill. We were going out the front. Remember to take the picture, and I was like, "Oh, Enda's there. Enda's coming out as well." And he was
Brian
like,
Quinn was meant to be somewhere, wasn't he?
"Who?
Brian Quinn was there, Quincy?
No, he wasn't there. No,
No.
Was he? He was meant to be there though.
He was meant
Someone
to
was
be,
talking.
yeah.
there was about 40 people who were meant to be there, and they weren't. But I was
Because Mariana said something about him when I went in. Was he there earlier in the day? Or
I
was
don't
meant to
know.
come
No.
after rugby?
could well have been.
I don't
But
know.
Carl Dempsey
Yeah.
we were going outside, and I was saying, "Oh, we'll go out and take a photo." And he was like, "Sure, there's no point in Enda Grogan being in the photo. Sure, he's Protestant. He won't show up in the picture." So funny.
Them Elizabeth Protestants.
Apparently, they don't show up in pictures, or they can't see themselves in mirrors. Or is that vampires? That's vampires.
That
That's
could
what
be
it is.
vampires.
It's not
No,
much different.
I always
to
get
be
those
fair.
two mixed up. But yeah, no, a good old turnout in fairness to the lads.
And I lost. Oh yeah.
Where was it? Sorry.
The old
The old
stand
The
and trim.
Outstand.
Now, our original thought, we started this thing
New
off.
priority.
You brought a +1,
I brought a +1,
and
yeah.
nobody else did.
And no one did. I
I did.
asked.
I did.
You brought Kieran. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kieran.
Kieran
Right,
O'Grady's
+1.
there as well. We started off this whole thing about a year and a half ago with the story about Darrow Drummond's house party, and then we were like, we're going to start a reunion, and our goal for it was,
Well, we tried before that, me and Mariana, for the 10-year,
all right,
and
yeah.
it fell flat on his face. as well.
Yeah, no one gave a shite back then.
No.
I don't. At this time, I don't think anyone gave a shite either, apart from us, really.
was
But
good.
your original goal for it was, well, we were talking about it was going to be in Solstice.
Yeah.
We were going to do a big theatre thing,
Big
right?
production.
It's
Yeah,
ambitious.
yeah, and we were going to do
And
it
I got shot
as
down.
a
Shut
podcast.
down. And then next was like to get a band and do a dinner dance thing and sell tickets and raise
Who's
money for
gonna-
charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And give people plenty of notice, and maybe people would still buy the ticket even though they weren't come, and we could donate it to some kind of mental health organisation. And today is actually World Mental Health Day,
Oh, was it?
because there are people who was in our year who obviously aren't with us anymore.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
thought that was a great idea, but that also got shut down.
Yeah. But
Do you
aren't
want
you
to name in particular people that didn't go ahead with that? Or anything like that?
Oh, what? There's
Who,
like
who put it behind it? Like
there was 150 people in our year. 20,
wasn't.
14
12.
showed up or something.
let's
How many was there? 60.
No, there wasn't. There was nearly 100, was there not? No.
Forget
well,
about-
the two joined. It was.
Yeah, no. What should we
there
had?
was 40. We had 40.
We had
We had two
40, yeah.
20s.
I
Yeah.
think you should name the people that didn't come.
And not everybody went.
That mic stand's looking a bit worse for wear,
Not
isn't it?
everybody-
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Jesus.
not everybody stayed.
maybe
went
don't
there.
touch it. don't touch it. Don't wiggle
I-
it because it'll be gone.
If I rub the pole, will it get?
It'll come back up again. Yeah. So yeah, no. Fair play to everyone who showed up. It was a good all night, and we'll see you again in another 10 years.
I
Talk
know
to
it's
you.
boring
Yeah.
lads not drinking.
Yeah, I
But
know.
mine
Yeah.
only everybody that showed up, I have actually probably interacted with them or talked to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
In
yeah.
the
Apart
past
from-
couple of years.
Apart from Owen Dignan, in fairness, I don't think anyone's interacted with him.
No, I forgot he existed.
No,
Yeah, same here. I walked
Poor
in, I was
guy.
like,
I forgot. his
oh
name.
yeah, you.
there was something with
No
him.
offense, Owen, or anything.
There was something with him and me though. Something came across on
Or
social
rivalry,
media or
was it?
something. No, social media or something. And I have talked to him in the last while.
All right.
Can't remember what that was over actually.
Matt Allen, were you talking to Matt Allen the last?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since school.
Yeah, I
He used to work in
recognise him,
Halfords.
to be fair.
No, neither did I.
No.
He's gone the rock, the root of the rock. He got rid of the hair. Fair play to him. He took the jump. Many of us are on the way there as well. We just haven't taken the leap yet.
Coots.
So that was the weekend. John Boy, how was your weekend?
You're weak.
You're mad, man.
I was away on holidays.
No tan.
You're always on holidays.
I know.
Kind
never
of got a
stops.
little colour somewhere.
Yeah.
Really? Where?
Green.
Someone at work told me I got a colour today. All right, so just leave it. Let me have it.
Coloured
Let me
your
have
hair, maybe.
Yeah.
Whereabouts were you on your holidays?
I was in Portugal, the south
Right.
of Portugal,
Okay.
in a small fishing village.
Right.
Yes, it was
Beautiful.
very nice. Away from all the tourists and stuff. It was just very
Was this family holiday or was
family
this
holiday. Yeah,
Oh,
so
very good, very good.
kids and the mother-in-law came along as well.
Oh, very good.
Very good.
So built-in babysitter.
Yes, she was the
Away you go.
babysitter for most of the time.
Always
Very
bring,
handy.
You had
always
that
bring the
well
mother-in-law.
planned,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And she doesn't speak English, so
Oh,
yeah.
look at
Did she
that.
speak Portuguese?
No, she doesn't either.
Oh, that would have been handy.
So how do you communicate with her? Me
My-
and your daughter.
I just shout. I raise my voice louder.
Right, okay.
and talk slower.
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Tea.
Yeah. And gesture point at the kettle violently.
I really like your husband, sweetheart, but he shouts an awful lot.
Yeah.
I think he.
At
I
least
think
you
he's
can
been
give
simple.
out while she's standing beside him.
That's
about
true.
him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, the
for
two of
her.
them do 100%, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%,
Imagine you found
yeah,
out though that she in the last like 4 or 5 years she learned English.
Oh, yeah.
I just won't tell you.
I'm in big trouble if she does, because I said very bad
Honey,
things.
your mother is a pain in my arse. You're looking straight at her like.
Yes. Yeah.
You're now rich.
Yes.
Oh, very good. But did you go out for a few pints? What was the crack?
Didn't drink too much, would you believe? It was kind of like a self-catering. We went for dinner the first night, and then the rest of the time we just had lunch at home and dinner at home. Like
Right.
it was kind of like a hotel apartment, like a villa kind of thingy.
Yeah.
So we had
Aldi, down Aldi, get some noodles.
Went to Aldi and Lidl and like a supermarket equivalent, Super Value equivalent.
What's Spanish Aldi like? Or
He was in
Portuguese?
Portugal.
Sorry, Portuguese Aldi.
It's very different. It's very different to Irish Aldi's.
Is it laid out the same with a
middle
special
aisle is
way?
at the
It has-
front.
Special
Yeah.
way.
It has a middle aisle, put
It
it that
does?
way. But there's a lot more healthy food.
Just pictures of Ronaldo in the
Yeah.
middle.
Lots of
Loads
lads
of
that look like
statues.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. Blow up dolls with
Yeah.
Ronaldo's face on them.
Ronaldo biscuits,
Yeah.
Ronaldo crisps.
Very good.
You name it. They're quite proud of Ronaldo over there.
Oh, they love him, don't they?
Mm.
Although
What's not to love?
he's from an island off, is it Madeira?
Madeira. He's
Where
closer
the-
to Morocco
Where
than
the
Portugal.
cake is
Yeah.
from.
Mm.
Are
Great
Figo.
mountain biking.
Figo is Portuguese.
in Madeira, really?
Yeah, great mountain biking.
Over the cake
Beautiful.
mountains.
Yeah, sure, it's a pure hill. It's just like
It
one
is,
giant
it's like a
hill.
big mountain.
That's
and
where
then
that
there's
cake is from, is it not?
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Madeira
Madeira
cake, it is, yeah.
Madeira cake.
Learn something
So that
new,
was
yeah.
your weekend. You came back yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Did you bring us back a
after-
fridge magnet?
I did actually.
Did you bring us a stick of rock?
I didn't bring it with me though.
Stick
of rock.
A stick of rock. Do people still get them?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Toblerone I
Yeah.
brought.
Well, that's the new stick of rock, I think.
Okay, yeah. No, I brought
Toblerone.
Toblerone back to the
You
guys.
wouldn't want to take a big munch out of it. Or
Toblerone.
mouth, yeah.
every
Ah,
now
yeah.
and then.
Oh, the
That's part of
triangle.
the fun. It's the rush of eating a Toblerone.
It breaks
Right.
the top of your mouth. It hurts the top of your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Love it.
That's where you have to have.
It's like when you get a crispy roll
take
and you
the
bite into a
sharpness
crispy
out of it.
roll. Or hurts the top of your mouth, but still tastes nice.
Makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Lads, we've got loads to talk about, so we're going to move on and
Yeah.
do the news now. Is that
Okay,
all right?
news.
All right, really quickly. This is a new enough little trend. I want you to look at this here, lads. See this headline. Read that headline out there. Actually, I've circled where it's gone wrong. This here,
Perfectly.
and Joe.e is guilty of this. A load of news outlets are doing this now. They're putting, in particular, or on purpose, they're putting spelling mistakes into their headlines
Mm.
so that people will come into the comments and comment and
You
go,
don't know how
"Oh,
to
you
spell
did
it."
that wrong. You did that wrong," and their engagements have gone up
Mm.
like 200%.
So we're doing that, obviously.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
our new
marketing.
tactic. Well, we spell stuff wrong anyway from the start. People know
What's
that
the,
we're
what's the
just stupid.
buffalo hour?
Is this a proven statistic?
But yeah. So it's something that media outlets have started to do so that people will just engage with them.
Hmm.
So this is
So they
journalists,
just attract trolls.
people who went to college to learn how to read and write. Now coming out the other side of it, purposely not reading and writing properly in order to get people to engage with their websites.
Perfectly.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And I went, because I was caught with it. I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's spelled wrong. And I went into the comments and it was like, no, it's spelled wrong, that's spelled wrong, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And then there's people going, they're doing this on purpose, this is a tactic. And I went and looked it up and it's actually for
Tactic.
realsies. Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Someone's getting paid a lot of money to think that about.
I know, but it's such a clever little thing
Mm.
to do, isn't it?
I'd
Who
be
came up with
great
that?
for marketing, like, because I can't spell for.
Yeah.
But sure,
marketing.
that's been cottoned onto now. I'd say in a matter of a month or two, it'll be back to normal and there'll be some new sort of tactic to try and get people in.
So having dyslexic in your CV would be actually an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to spell it wrong when you put it in your CV.
Dyslexic.
But anyway, yeah, that's just something to watch out for. It's very, very
Dyslexic.
interesting the way media is going. My last piece of news, because again, we've got loads to talk about. I'm flying through news today. Belfast school confused after Kanye West is seen wearing their old sports jumper. So Kanye West was spotted wearing a rare St. Mary's Christian Brothers Grammar School sports jacket in a recent video posted by the rapper T.Y. Dollar
Why
Sign.
do I bother sending you things for the news?
It's coming up. Would you relax?
You said that's the last bit of news.
It's your piece of news.
It
It's very, very
it's
small.
not now. He has another piece to add.
Yeah,
after
I do
you said
now.
that.
Do you not want to talk about Kanye West's jacket?
I do.
That is weird, though.
Where the feck did he get
He
a
got
Belfast
that.
Grammar School
You know
jacket?
the way when you
Lost and found.
Yeah, no, when you do put them your clothes in the clothes bank, and then you see like a me jersey in Africa with some
You-
kid on it. I
oh.
reckon he's that's how bad he is now. He's lost all his money and he's going and getting money from the clothing bank.
Didn't he do some music
else he gets
videos
taxed, okay.
in Africa? Wasn't there what music videos he's done in Africa?
So what?
Maybe
He's
he-
taking the kids.
Yeah, he's gone out
clothes.
there and he's nicked a jumper.
Yeah,
Took a jumper
I'm sure
off
he
someone's
swapped
back.
it for something.
Cake
pair
jumper.
of runners.
But why has he got that
Yeezys.
jumper?
I'd say he found it on the ground at Electric Picnic and just picked it up and said, "I'll have this."
Because he was in Electric Picnic, wasn't he, as well? Has he been? What's he been doing in Ireland? Tipping about the place,
Just hanging around.
just chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah, everybody leaves him alone when he's in.
What's he doing in Venice?
He was in Venice as well,
yeah,
is he?
he was. Yeah, you don't see the picture. No, we won't get into that then.
No, go on.
What was he
Go on,
doing
give
in
us your
Venice?
news, Paul. Come on.
I can't. Is this a kids show?
No, it's not.
No.
Go on.
He's getting blowjobs on the boat.
Oh, he was not.
Oh my
he
god.
was.
Off his girlfriend.
The blowy boat.
I think so. Yeah.
There you go.
Is she his girlfriend?
Yes.
He
I've
got
done
barred.
it. Okay.
Apparently, he got barred off the whoever was organising the boat or whatever barred him for life because.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, now I
See
know.
the picture of it. It's
That's the
hilarious.
whole purpose of the boat.
It's good to know how you
No,
get
he's on
barred
the
off one of
boat.
them boats.
In the middle of Venice.
Right, I have one last piece of news. So I do. There are times when camouflage is needed and can look good. Leaves attached to your number plate with double-sided tape is neither. So a vehicle stopped at an A3 in Guildford as still visible to, what's that, Vanguard RST? That's the road traffic.
Oh, it's like
There you go. While driving the excess speed limit. So in order to get you not done by a speed van, just
you stick
a few leaves in the
Terrible.
back of it. Away you go.
it's
It's class. And then the last piece of news, which I thought was hilariously funny, you sent this the other day as well. I don't. Oh no, where is it? Damn it, Bertie! There it is. There. So did you know? This is a bit of a did you know? When squirrels fall,
I seen that picture and Bertie sent it. It's awesome.
Rangers.
isn't it so cool?
They do
Oh,
I
super,
was like Iron Man.
they naturally
superhero
land
landings.
like little superheroes.
Iron Man.
Is this proven? Is this proven? I
Very
must-
Iron Man.
Proven statistic. Stop trying to debunk stuff, will you?
Squirrel Man.
Look,
You're no fun
I
anymore
doubt-
since
I
you came
doubt-
back from Portugal.
I doubt things.
Squirrel
Okay?
Man
You do.
shoots nuts from his bum.
Although, do you remember the time that there was the thing about the moon and that was hilarious?
Yeah.
All right, lads, that's my news. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of May 2023,
This year.
this year, just gone.
Yep.
You took a trip, Paul Caldwell, to Scotland.
Yes, guard.
No, that's next week. Can you explain exactly what this trip was all about? Why did you go and partake in this madness?
Because I'm a bit mad
You are a bit mad.
and I like bikes.
Explain exactly what it's all about. What is this? It's
So,
a Highland.
It's called the Highland Trail 550.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wear a kilt.
You don't have to wear a kilt, but you
Oh.
can if you want.
Oh.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I wouldn't say
No,
so.
you cut the balls there. So I was on here, what, a year and a half ago?
Ah, yeah, easily, yeah.
And I've been in Iceland and I've been to Scotland since.
JD.
And I've done 2 big trips.
Right.
Across the water.
One of the
the
trips not so successful. Well, it was successful in the end.
Yeah, I did another podcast.
Oh, you've done one of that.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll have to.
So we've-
Would you link us into that maybe?
I might.
Oh,
see,
really, mate?
see.
Oh, is it out yet?
That one has been out. You listened to it.
Did I?
It was the Cloud Force one.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, remember,
So-
it's kind of done now.
Oh, right,
I
okay,
finished with it.
Oh, right.
Just talking about it.
You
But
got
anyway, yeah, so Scotland, 550 miles, self-supported, carry all your own gear on your bike, on a mountain bike, 16,000 meters climbing. Did I get that right? So it's about 970 kilometers or something.
So what's the 550 for?
It's 550 miles.
Okay, sorry, yes.
Remember, miles are there are a lot of miles.
yeah. And so what's that in kilometers roughly?
Yeah,
All-
nine.
Oh, bag on your
970,
back or bag on
bag on the
bike?
bike. So the picture you put up on Instagram, there I have a bag in the middle of the bike, I have a bag in the front of the bike, and I have a bag in the back of the bike.
Which is about a lot
And
of weight.
then I have a bag on my back, but it's not. It's only a little bladdery water bladder thing on my back.
Platypus.
Bladderpus.
Beaver train. A
Uh,
duck trying to get out of a beaver.
How much water can that you hold on your back?
It's about 2 liters, and then so kind of I've had
And does it go back in from the other end?
both ends. Yeah.
Just needs to be-
filtration.
The water goes up your arse.
His own human
Comes from
centipede.
my arse into me mouth.
So come here to me. 2 liters isn't an awful lot of water.
No, so you kind of carry filtration. So that's the whole self-supported thing. You kind of have
Right.
to be
It's camping out then, is it?
everything.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
God.
shit!
Damn it.
Well, you're not going to do 550 miles without stopping for the night.
Yeah, of course.
And if
yeah.
anyone knows the Highlands in Scotland, they're pretty mental.
Wild.
Mm.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Is it gorgeous?
experience. Absolutely phenomenal.
Great views. What was the weather like?
It was actually really good. Previous years, it's absolutely lashed. And I was lucky that the weather was really good for the time that I was there.
I had a vision
But
of you like Mel Gibson when he returned to Scotland and he's standing in the thatched cottage, just all the roof is caved in and it's lashing rain. He just looks
Is
depressed.
that not fatal deviation?
That's another podcast. Not yet. We have to talk about that later. So 550 kilometers
550 miles.
Oh, miles. Sorry.
I'm trying to find the actual file of it here so I can give you the amount of kilometers that it is, but I will find it.
It's a hell of a lot of kilometers anyway.
There's a fair bit in it.
What you recorded on Strava?
Strava, yeah. So I have I kind of had to break it down. So you start in this little village in Tindrum that's just kind of north of Glasgow. Well, it's about 2 hours north of Glasgow.
Did you drive over to Gear?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I got the boat.
And you
so
just
I
leave your
made
car up
sure-
there in this
You
place,
leave it in
Tindrum?
Tindrum, yeah. So
Right.
I got stayed in a hotel there and left the car there for whatever 4 days. My goal was to do it in at least 5 days, which is is a quick time.
Yeah.
It was probably a little bit ambitious.
I know it's self-supported, but do you have to find your own way, like navigation, or is there like
No,
signs and
so
all that
there's a
like?
guy up there that has done this for years, right? So it's kind of like a bandit event, but this is the ultra kind of mountain bike scene the way it is now. They're not like fanfare events like, you go to like you do your Quest adventure races or your Sportives. They're not like that. Basically what you do is you kind of follow this guy on Instagram, or I think it's only Instagram actually, and you message him and you say, look, I'm interested in getting a place. And then if you're lucky enough, you have to send them a load of files to prove that you can actually make it through the event.
Right.
Yeah, so you have to show them like previous experience on the same kind of terrain with the same self-supported nature. So you have to kind of go and get vetted through it.
Janie.
So it's mad. He doesn't just give it out to anyone. So then what happens then if you're successful? I was successful in 22 the year before, and I got COVID a couple of weeks before, and then I just said, look, can you defer? Well, I actually cancelled it, and he said, look, I'll defer it till next year. And
sound.
Yeah, so that was actually before I did the podcast the last time. So I had it on my list for a while, and I was kind of I just wanted to be right, So I got COVID then beforehand because it was the height of COVID, and it was a bit weird. And so I just knocked it on the head.
Because it's intense, so you want to be in good
Oh man, you have to be in
shape,
great
give it
shape.
a good rattle, like.
Top
Great
notch.
shape. Yeah, great shape. So yeah, that's what happened. I deferred it, pushed it out to this year. So then it was shit or bust this year. So so Alan then he kind of goes through it, gets you all signed up. There is a limit on how many people can sign up. And this year he was trying to get parity between men and women. So he was trying to get 35 men and 35 women.
Right.
So I think he was just shy of the 35 women. I think he got about 30.
Right.
And there was 35 men, but there was probably another 70 in the, waiting for an entry.
Oh, right. Okay.
In the background. But I was lucky enough that I was number 35 that I got carried over. So,
Lovely.
yeah, so I'd give it a good go. So, yeah, got the boat over. All my gear with me this time. Not
On your own,
like
like,
I
do you have
used
a training buddy with you, or
No.
someone that had the crack with you? Or
No,
just
no,
on
no
totally
crack.
on your own.
That's
no
exciting.
Nobody
isn't
My
it?
go
missus-
with me, John.
We should have went.
We could have done a
podcast
I go
podcast.
cycling to be alone.
Could have just
Yeah.
put us on the bags.
No bother, like I would have put you all in the back of the Jeep there. But yeah, it wouldn't have been like Iceland
Yeah.
where I flew over and they lost my bike. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, we
you
weren't
get it
going
back?
through that. Yeah,
Oh.
that was
Where,
that's
it went
the other
somewhere
podcast.
else?
No, it stayed in Dublin. And then I got it when I was in the airport. I got it on the way home, so I got to bring my bike home. with
I
me.
read that. I think I read that in the news, didn't I? It was all over the news.
I was all over the news.
Yeah, I remember
There was
that
loads
time.
of bags going missing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They had there was an Irish cycling kind of news page kind of contacted me about it and wanted a bit of a spiel about it. But I did another podcast for a sponsor of mine and went into went in depth about it. But that was an experience in itself. But this wasn't happening for this one. This one, everything had to be well planned perfectly, and I had to have all my own gear
Yeah, you had the bike in the car anyway, or on the car?
in the car.
In the car when you're driving over. So there's no chance of
100%.
anything going wrong.
No,
What are you talking per day? So you want to do it in 5 days. So what's
Yeah.
that per day?
roughly 200
100 miles. Oh, it's 550. Yeah, you're right.
miles. 220k. So I was kind of going off k. So my goal, I think, the first night I was hitting the 200k mark, and then I was sleeping. So basically, you can kind of make up your own sleep schedule. Some people ride through the night.
Right.
There's a few mad jokes that do that. And
What,
they
just
tend-
solid?
This is through forest now. And
this
not
is
the
like
road,
mountain. There's mountain biking. This is proper
Whoa.
mountain biking. This is some of the best mountain biking I've ever done. And
So
I've done a lot of
they
mountain
obviously
biking.
have like a headlight and a light on the bike. And
Yeah, but you're kind of at the limitation of your battery packs and stuff like that, because like I have a light, I'll probably get about 3 or 4 days, but you know, if it's a dim light, you're not really going to see much in front of you. Plus, your head is fried.
Yeah.
You're not going to have great eyesight. It's going to be pretty nuts.
And so those guys that are going through the night, are they going also through the day? Are they just going until until they fall off the bike, basically?
Yeah, there's one guy. Now, he didn't do it this year, and it's Sofian Sahili, and he's renowned for it.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of these messaging courier-y type dudes, you know, that fly around the bikes. And
Yeah.
just
I
eat.
think he's from one of those. But it's a big thing in France, and I think he was in Paris or something, and he just got into this ultra racing. But his thing was that he rides through the night, and he'll ride for like 2 days without sleep.
Some bike.
That wasn't me.
Wouldn't we all?
No, I love sleep. Sleep's great, and I also like keeping my mind as in stable condition as much as I can.
So 2 days straight.
Well, he can, but he didn't do it this time.
Right.
But there was a couple. The guy that won it this year, Angus Young, no relation, no.
What?
Yeah.
What? Is there anything that man can't do?
Listen to ACDC all the way. Class.
He's I'm sure he's sick of that joke, all right. Yeah. But a cool dude, really cool dude, really good. I hung out with him for a couple of days after the event. He is the coolest guy ever. He's actually a chemistry teacher
No
in
way.
the UK, and he's a young enough guy, but he is absolutely rapid on a bike.
Really?
Unbelievable. He was sleeping for like an hour or 2 hours at a time.
What?
Yeah, but he was sleeping like in a bivvy bag, which is like just a little bag. Basically, you just get into this bag and you put a jacket
so
on.
he's
and
not
stick
setting
it
up
over
a
your
camp
head.
or
No,
anything.
no. I kind of had a half set up bivvy kind of thing. So it was like a half a tent kind of yoke, and you slide into it. It was like
Just
getting
a
into an
little-
F1 car thing.
Yeah, it's like a little small, like it's close to the ground type little small yoke.
Yeah, it's like a little coffin thing.
Yeah.
And then but it kind of sits on your, your sleeping bag and stuff like that. But I kind of had a good bit of kit with me because I kind of wanted to get some decent sleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first day we started in Tyndrum, I think it was 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember. Big group start outside this cafe. Pretty cool spot.
You all right,
All
John?
right there, John.
Jesus, you're
Bend over.
destroying the place. Fired the headphones at the already broken thingy.
It's gone.
I have to go. Yeah, go on ahead,
So,
sorry. My apologies. It's checking.
No, you're grand. It's working.
Start again.
From the very start.
So yeah, you start in
so
Tyndrum.
you like bikes?
I like bikes. You're cycling. So yeah, you start Tyndrum, big group start. Everybody starts together. You start on the hill, kind of outside the town, and you're going to finish up there, so you can kind of leave stuff there for when you come back. But you don't know when you're going to come back. It could be 3, 4, 5. It could be 8 days out there.
What's the cap?
Oh yeah, I think the limit was. I think it was about 8 or 9 days.
Right, you have to have it done. With it.
Yeah, you have to have it done. There is a cut-off period. Now, the thing to note as well, and I'll probably get into this later, is that when you go out there, there's no going back because you're not getting public transport in the Highlands in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
It is a disaster. Like, you won't get buses, you won't get taxis, you get nothing. Like, it's proper wilderness. Like,
Yeah.
even the towns, like, you won't get from town to town. It's insane.
That's mad.
Yeah, so you're probably better off just.
And do people live up there? Like, did you come across any locals and stuff?
Yeah, no, it is. It's populated. There's a lot of tourism.
You are on the road though for a bit of a while.
Yeah. Like, it's driving even there is crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's all little B roads and kind of small mountain roads and stuff like that. It is pretty nuts. So you're up around kind of Loch Ness and all kind of
Oh, being up there is nice.
Like
beautiful. Yeah.
Mountain biking to me is like
Although I drove.
you're always kind of up off the seat, going up and down things and going down and left and right. Is it that kind of cycling, or is it just you're down a trail like the Portafields kind of?
Yeah, no, definitely not. No.
Have you any videos?
Yeah, I do. I have
We'll have to
a
get them
quick
up.
joke. Yeah, I'll show you there while I'm talking here. But Yeah, so like it is proper mountain biking. It's mountain bike terrain. Like you wouldn't go and do it on like a gravel bike or something equivalent like a semi road bike or a hybrid or something like that.
Yeah.
It's proper mountain biking.
And what day one? How many kilometers did you complete?
In day one, I did 205. I think it was just over the 200 mark. So
Jesus.
it was pretty nuts.
So what kind of like calories were you spending per day, and what did you have to eat?
It was mental, right? So the first day, the feed zone, like the places where you can actually resupply is what we call it. The places were few and far between.
Right.
So you had a couple of little points. Like, so I did a lot of research before. I obviously get the route posted to me like a couple of weeks before.
Yeah.
And I have to plan the route. So I kind of look at it and go, right, where am I getting food? Where am I packing back up? Where am I resupplying all my calories and everything, and getting my water from? Again, I'm getting my water from streams, and I'm using a water filter to kind of filter out and put it into my hydration pack or into my bottle or whatever. So you're kind of planning that. You're planning your food stops, but they're just like little garages. They're just little tiny garages, and they have very limited food. Like you probably get a sandwich in one, and some of them you only get bars. Like there was one there, and it was horrendous. It was just literally like the worst stuff you could have got. Like, and it was a tiny little shop, and like obviously I'm vegetarian. Yeah, it was proper for local people.
He's
and
a vegetarian.
I'm vegetarian, so they had.
That's not what I was laughing at.
Oh right.
He said for local people.
Oh, I thought you said for vegetarians.
No.
All right.
So local shop for local.
Oh, that was you that said vegetarian. Sorry, I remember that.
He was. Look at that one there, John.
That's awesome.
So so I went into the shop, and there's this dude, and he reeked of fucking ganj, and he just was sitting there, and he's like, ugh. So I was in, and I was like mad for like hot food or like something like that didn't have a load of meat in it, but everything. Yeah, and I was trying to ask him. He's like, "Oh yeah, that mightn't have meat in it," and then I'd get by it, and then I'd cut it in half or something, and I was like,
sausages.
yeah,
like
there's
a
like
beak.
sausages or something in it. Yeah, like a chicken's head pops out.
It is for a vegetarian. Just take the sausages out.
I was like, "Is there that in vegetarian?" He's like, "There's bread over there," and you're like, "Oh, fuck's sake."
The Highlands
So-
of Scotland.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but the first shop. So we'll go back to day one, start in Tyndrum. The first shop was 100 miles,
Right.
which is 160k in. So I had to have enough food and water to do me the 160k. So I got to 100. I got to that point. Now I kind of went a bit too hard at the start. I got in with a couple of dudes that were pretty good, and they're kind of renowned for being really
you were
good.
going
Like,
your own
I'm
pace,
watching.
like.
I'm watching
Yeah.
the video you doing it, like, and you are bombing up the road.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, and I shouldn't have been with them lads.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of I bit off more than I could chew there. And I kind of started feeling it there when I got to the 160 mark.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit gassed, and I was trying to get as much into me as I could.
What's that off a GoPro though?
Yeah, I had a GoPro with me. I've kind of the 4 days kind of on my Instagram. They're there if you kind of search through my feed. But
We'll put this up in our stories so people can see. Obviously.
yeah. No, that's pretty good, and I do a little report on each one on each day. So it kind of gives an idea of
And your Instagram is Ginger Power. Is that what-
Ginger Power
Ginger Power.
with a zero instead of an O.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
like
edgy.
007.
Because
Hashtag Ginger Power.
Ginger Power was actually taken already. There was probably a
Probably
lad
was.
from Trim called Ginger Power.
But yeah, so I got to the 160k mark, probably going a bit hotter than I should have. Felt a bit tired, more tired than I planned to be. Resupplied, hung around a little bit longer than I expected, but which was good because I let the fast guys go,
Yeah.
and I wasn't pacing myself off them, which I
What are you talking
was
about,
doing.
like 30, 40 minutes, that type of dealio.
Yeah, I just kind of took my time.
Yeah.
I think
And,
it was good.
When
Yeah,
you're-
it was good.
when you're
half an
cycling,
hour
because
more.
some of it looks like a nice place. Like, were you taking in where you were, or was it just about the cycling?
Yeah, so that's day one. I wasn't probably as much as I should have been, and I started getting really weird. It started getting really weird mentally. So the first day, obviously, I was powering on, and I was kind of got to the feed zone or got to the petrol station. I was like, oh right, what am I doing here? Like, am I kind of like, am I taking this in? Am I, or am I racing? Or
What's the purpose of it?
What's
Yeah.
the purpose of it? And I kind of started questioning myself, and it was really weird. So then I kind of resupplied. Kind of didn't feel great after I got a bit of food into me. I expected to feel better. And then it kind of hit me then. I was like, oh man, I like that whole first section is just a blur, which it was. Like, it was nuts. And I was like, I'm not really enjoying this. And I was like, I've been planning this for years. Years, and I've been building up, and it was spent the whole year last year planning for
And you
this.
probably
and
never
getting
cycle
into
that
it.
way again or whatever.
No,
like,
never again. Never. This is a one-time bucket list thing, right? So I was like, I didn't take it in. So I rang my wife.
And
I
going
was-
back to the start.
yeah. Well, yeah, but I rang her and I was like, I don't know if I'm able for this. Like, I'm like, it's not. I feel like obviously I'm kind of married and have a kid and everything, and I'm there's a big commitment there to be away from them for that amount of time. So I'm like, what's the point if I'm not taking it in?
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of rang her and I was like, yeah, look, I'm ending up that I'm kind of racing and I'm not enjoying it. And she was like, look, just stick at it. You'll be grand. Like, you will get through it. You'll be fine. And I was kind of going, I don't know, is it worth it? And, you know, and then there was all this was day one, like, you know what I mean? So then I said, right, look, just plough on, let the others go, plough on at your own pace.
Would they have been like their second or third year doing it?
Oh yeah,
So,
like
yeah.
I was kind of
So they've seen the track or
yeah, they would have rolled a lot of the sections before. Like, even people go up and just section certain parts of it. They'll ride from one place to the other, and then that'll be it. And then they'll just do it, you know, throughout the year. So they mightn't necessarily do the whole route. But it is one of the hardest mountain bike races in the world. Like,
Was it a case of you think maybe that it was expectations met reality, and you're like, oh, the reality of this is actually...
It was tough, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was around Loch Ness, and I was kind of... at that stage, I was about 160, 70k into it, and I was like, oh man, what's happening here? What am I doing? So anyway, I spoke to my wife. She gave me kind of a bit
Fair
of
play
a
to her.
pep talk.
Fair play to
Fair
her.
play to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Good to have
amazing.
her.
Like, amazing.
Well
Like, she
done.
reinforced it and kind of said, right, look, you know what you're doing. You know, just, you know, don't worry about it. Just get on, do your own pace, let the others go, which I needed to hear that, because I wasn't doing it myself. So anyway, put the head down and said, right, grand, I'm going to make it to this place, Cannock, on the first night, which was the 200k mark. And it's a little town, like, it's not even a town. It's a nothing. Like, I think it's a campsite, and like, even the campsite was closed. So I was kind of riding through these wind farms and stuff, and kind of started kind of waiting for people to come along just for a chat, like, and I kind of bumped into the leading women, and they were kind of, I think I let them go, and then I kind of reeled them back in at some stage, and then I just kind of rode alongside them having a chat and kind of getting to know them, and it was pretty cool. It was really cool, like. And then I kind
your
of
wife rang, said, "You got to get home right now."
Oh God!
I think I've changed my mind. You should come home.
Yeah, what I said earlier, actually, there was a load of shite.
Back to Tinder with you. So I started chatting and kind of, you know, going down the trails with them, and it was good crack. And, you know, then I got to Cannock, and there was kind of couple were dropping on and off. It's weird, right? So there's this kind of thing where you're riding along and you're riding at your own pace. You might encounter someone, you literally ride alongside them for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You'll find maybe you're stronger than them or they're stronger than you, and you don't really kind of go, all right, I'm away, and you piss off.
Yeah, it's
you
just
kind of just start gradually float away from each other, and then it's like, but there's, while you're there and you're having a chat, like, it's a great conversation. It's nuts, like, because you're all in it together and you're all doing it, and it's all good vibes. And
that is the thing about doing hard things, like, as a group. You're in that shite together. It's like, creates kind of a brotherhood or sisterhood, doesn't it?
It's brilliant. It's
like,
amazing.
And I guarantee if you met them, like, in the next couple of weeks somewhere, you'd be like,
they're my mates.
Yeah.
They're my mates now. Like,
forever. Like,
we
you
hung
go-
out for days after. Like, when we finished, we all hung out for days after.
And did you come across many? Because obviously 70 people over the course of 550 miles is a very small field. Like.
Yeah. Apart from the girls, no. So when I stopped the first night, I like set up a proper camp. I finished about 11:30. It was well like, up there. It kind of gets dark at around 11 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah, because it's so far north.
Yeah.
And then it's bright at 3, and that's in May. Yeah, bright at 3. So you're basically there. That's your nighttime hours. So I was kind of 11:30, set up a camp outside this little fire station down in Cannock. And it was a lovely little grass patch in the front of it, and it was a dry night. It was lovely. So I said, right, get a good 3 to 4 hours sleep. So then, set it up. Was happy
fire
enough.
like at 12 o'clock in there.
Yeah. I was hoping to get a call. I heard there was a forest fire actually a couple of days after I was there. I didn't do it. But it was a really bad one actually. But so I was outside there and got about 3 to 4 hours kip.
Is that enough sleep?
It's enough, yeah. You kind of have to. It has to be enough, to be honest.
Right.
It is, yeah. It's enough to function. Like it's not enough to kind of, like if you're going, I don't know, like for the whole event, like you just have to make it work. It
Right,
doesn't
okay.
matter. Like it's enough to not fall asleep standing up. Like, but
The insane part is what you're saying about the food. Like, it sounds to me like you would have needed like 5 steaks and 10 potatoes and stuff like that to kind of keep your calories up.
it's tough. Like
And you're saying you had to go to petrol stations to get jambons.
yeah, like I lost 3 kilos, 4 kilos, I think.
Did you have your
Wow.
calories measured out or anything? No.
No, I was just going off what I
Wow.
kind of would. But you see, you can only eat so much as well. Like
Yeah.
your stomach can only take so much, and
Especially
kinda
when
have to
you're,
train
when you're
that.
cycling or
Exactly.
moving, like, you know.
like it just the whole thing. I thought at the start when going into it, and from just studying people and people who've done it before, is to put on the weight beforehand.
Yeah.
Have that on you. At least then you have a bit of a kind of resilience to you. And you won't need as many calories because you'll have enough stored away. And like I kind of went in at about 82, 83 kilos. I came back, I think it was 78 or something, or like I lost a lot of weight over that time. But like you have to carry enough that you're not carrying too much, if you get me, but enough to sustain it. But like you're not riding at a particular intensity unless you're riding like say Angus or one of the lead lads. But because you're riding at a steady pace, you're not going to use it up that quickly. Like your calorie deficit isn't going to come too quick. Like.
You're like a road racer cyclist, are you? Like
No, I'm a off-road.
So you're an off-roader by full time. You're not like a cyclist that does Tour de France and stuff like that.
No.
I missed I wasn't here the last podcast.
No,
That's
no.
right.
So you're
I'm just an amateur.
you're
It's just a hobby.
mountain biker
Yeah,
by
mountain
trade.
That's it. Yeah, and in trim. Imagine that.
Yeah. So, like,
Flattest county
would
in
you
the
find a difference in the muscles you use in sense of you're just cycling straight on a road to going up and down mountains? Like, would you be able to cycle 200k on a straight road as well?
100%. Yeah, 100%. That's easy. Like,
easy.
that'd be fairly easy. And then. But then I'm working up in Dublin and I'm in a Wicklow club. So the guys are...
You probably know a guy that I work with and he's always biking on the weekends.
Is he?
He got always around Wicklow and stuff.
It's a bit... it's a big thing now up in
Doesn't have a
Dublin.
name,
No, we're not going to say his name. You're just going to leave that hanging.
Bob.
I was just waiting for it. It's like, yeah, you probably know him.
Yeah.
I probably
A
would.
guy that cycles.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, you know.
I know. Yeah, I know him well. Yeah.
I'm getting to his name.
Oh, great. Okay,
Alright.
okay.
And then you guys just dragged on about how much I'm not saying his name.
Johnny.
Go on, say his name.
His name is Stephen Behan. Do you know him?
I don't.
That
After
was
all
a big
that.
anticlimax.
Sorry, lads.
Edit that out. That was West Ham.
No, it was really funny. Were you actually getting to it?
No.
Oh, it didn't sound as if you were kind of working your way towards his name. But that's an Irish thing, though, isn't it? It's like, I know this fella,
The
you
mountain
definitely know him as well, and 9 times out of 10, you actually do.
Oh, you've upset him now. He's going.
But there's it's a big thing now at the minute. Mountain biking in Dublin is big.
Yeah.
Because you've so many facilities now, and it's amazing. It's a good time to be a mountain biker.
Yeah.
Obviously you had Rob on. Rob is now, you know, I got him over the line.
Yeah, he's flat out in it now, isn't
absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves it.
Just so, like, I don't even cycle recreationally. Like, I don't even cycle on a straight road. What is appealing to mountain biking? What is
I've
cool
asked
about
you
it?
numerous times to come.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
want
go,
to.
You like it.
It's
I don't.
amazing.
You will like it.
It's amazing. It's the technical
Great
ability
cycling.
that you need. It's a different vibe. It's the
Is
downhill
it the
and
danger that you like?
yeah,
or
it's an
is it
adrenaline rush. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that. Like I came, as I said, I think the last time I did motocross originally. Like I wasn't very good at motocross,
Yeah.
but I did enjoy the whole adrenaline buzz off it. Then I started mountain biking to complement the training for motocross, and then I ended up liking the mountain bike more than the
So it's
motocross.
adrenaline, really. It's rather than you're keeping fit kind of thing. Like,
Well, it's both. It is both. It
Like-
depends on what level you're getting in at.
like
You know
Bertie,
what I
you're a
mean?
cyclist. What do you like about cycling?
It's easier on me joints.
Than
It is,
running.
yeah.
But does
Yeah.
that create the passion for? Like, you have a passion for cycling?
Yeah, well, I said it before, and I said it to Paul last time. I took it up over the winter because I got the cycle to work scheme, and I thought, oh, that's grand, I'll just do a little bit. But I actually enjoyed it that much that I'd much rather go out for a cycle now. You get more distance and you see more stuff than if you're going to a run. And the cycling, like I do 96 odd kilometres, and it wouldn't take as much out of me as if I went for a 5k run. Like
That's
Yeah.
what bothers me a little bit about cycling, though, is that you're not getting as much out of it. I feel sometimes.
Uh,
Not if you're like
That's
with
what's
road
interesting.
cycling. I
not
don't
cardio
feel.
wise, because you can sprint off or you can do like hills or whatever. But if you're just going out on the road, I'm only tipping along. I'm only going 27 kilometers an hour. If you want, you can go out for an hour and bait it out.
You could probably push as much out of it.
And then, but I go to do the distance rather than go to do the intensity. Like,
and that's the other end of the spectrum.
No kids, obviously, to get back to.
I'm just nosy in people's houses.
Clearly.
Anyway, sorry, lads. Let's get back to it. Day 2.
So anyway, but like this roundabout way and what you're saying, Johnny. The off-road, what I love most about it is the adventure.
Yeah.
And this was an adventure, and I love being on the top of a fucking mountain on my bike that people can barely hike up. And
class.
I've done another thing where I've cycled up through the country off-road, and it brought me to some amazing places that probably a bike wheel has never been. And to experience that and to like ride these mental descents that you shouldn't probably be riding on a bike is pretty cool. It's really cool. And then
bad falls?
Not really. I've been fairly lucky. I've had a couple of little, nothing, no bone breaks or touch wood. But like I kind of don't go that way. I don't kind of ride downhill bikes. I kind of do a few enduros, but I'd be fairly safe, like, because at the end of the day, I have a mortgage to pay.
And you wear a helmet or anything?
Of course, yeah. You kitted up, like. No, you obviously. That's probably about it, though. Like the rest of it's kind of lycra and stuff like that, and good shoes and stuff. Yeah, I don't wear knee pads or elbow pads or anything like that. I kind of am at a level now that I kind of don't feel I need to, because I just won't randomly fall over. I'd have to do something silly, and I try and avoid doing silly things.
Now this might be TikTok that has me spoiled here, but do you ever like be cycling down a trail and like a tiger chases after you, or you come across people dogging?
I've heard about coming across people riding things before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I seen one today
videos,
actually. 2 lads cycling down a thing. Some guy was just lashing it at someone.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll show you the video later.
And random tigers in Scotland.
Tigers in Scotland.
No, but like a brown
you
bear
see
or something.
You see deer and stags and Highland cattle. Actually, they're amazing. Stags. Yeah. The stag is nuts. Over in Scotland, it's crazy, man. The amount of deer over there is unreal. Like,
Yeah.
and they're all, because they kind of use these estates as kind of, I think they use them for kind of hunting, and they organise hunting things. So they obviously have all these deer rolling around, and people go and shoot them and stuff like that.
Jenny.
Yeah, that's what it is. Tradition,
Sad,
I think.
isn't it?
Yeah, but sure, look.
So
floats your boat.
you got up day 2, 3 in the morning, sun's up. Ding. What's the goal for day 2? What are you looking
probably punch out another 2:20. Day 2 was pretty good. Started a bit rough. Started in Cannock, got on the bike, didn't know what was ahead of me, as I did for the whole thing. I kind of was just kind of gauging off whatever my file was telling me and how much climbing I had.
Yeah.
It was a pretty hard mountain section before, like, so there was like little towns that were linking up, and there was a shop in one of the towns, and it only opened at a certain time. So I was like, right, I'm going to time this.
You have to
I
hit that.
need to get a cup of coffee or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just little things to pick you up. So I got over this mountain range. I started at about, I slept it in a little bit. So I probably started around 4:30. I was probably an hour later than I wanted to. So, but I was delighted because I got a really good sleep. I felt great when I got back on the bike.
Lovely.
So I got over that first section, and it was tough. It was really tough. And then I got into this little town. I can't remember the town. I can't even remember the name of it, but there was this little tiny shop in it. And it was a mental little place. Like, as you say, it was like Little Britain kind of style.
Oh, right.
There's nothing in it.
People looking out from behind curtains.
But they had a coffee machine, and I was like, made up. So like, you're buying like cans of Coke, you're getting a thing of coffee, you're buying crisps, you're buying just as many calories as you possibly can. Like, I think I just bought a sandwich, and it was like, I don't know what it was on it, but I just was like, I don't care. Like, well, obviously there was no meat on it, or if there was, I just, get rid of it, get rid of the meat off it. And he's just getting all the calories into me. And I kind of was a little bit kind of tired when I got to there, and then I got all that into me, and I was like, buzzing. I was buzzing. And I met a few people. I actually called a few people at that little shop, and we rode then kind of together on and off for a few kilometres. And then I was catching people. You see, they would have passed me through the night, or if they would have got up earlier, they would have kind of passed me. So that's kind of an element in the ultra thing. More you sleep, you have more chance someone's going to pass you. So I didn't know how many people. I wasn't checking the tracker. So you're tracked as well.
Mhm.
So I was tracked throughout.
So can you see all the other people and where they are?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
okay.
it's a site called Track Leaders.
Mhm.
So everyone has a GPS and you're getting tracked the whole way around. So I could see how many people were in front of me, but I didn't look at it on purpose because then I'd get back into my race mentality and I didn't want to do that. So if I was seeing someone up the road, it was a big carrot, like I'd be like, whoa, there's someone there. I'm going to kind of go up and pass them out and whatever and have a chat to them and then ride off or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So then met a couple of people and was kind of on and off chatting to them. And then I don't know what happened. Something clicked on day 2 and I just felt really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was flying. I was absolutely flying, but it felt effortless.
Right.
Mm.
So I just was like motoring and I was like, oh man, this is a high point. So
Yeah.
with these kind of ultra things, you get high points and you get low points.
Yeah.
So you have to ride the wave and then just hope that the low point isn't going to be too low that you're going to. So obviously the Loch Ness thing where I was saying in day 1, that was a low point, big low point. But I kind of got through it. And then day 2 was a huge high point and I felt great for the whole of day 2, right?
Class.
So on day 2, so a Canic is about, I'll try and get the map up here because it puts a bit of perspective on it because it's kind of hard to quantify if you don't really kind of see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find it here now. Don't worry. It'll take me a
Canic
minute.
is what, like a town or county?
It's a town. It's like a little townland. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like an area. It'd be like Boardsmill.
like Bohermeen.
Yeah, or Bohermeen or whatever. Like, yeah, it's kind of it's a particular area. Like, but it's hang on now. I'll find this. Yeah, it's kind of like it's just an area. Like, there's no little towns. There's Conton was the name of the little town that with the shop. Conton, that was the name of it. Random kind of popped into my head. Conton. But anyway, yeah. So like, if you picture it, then I was kind of the way it is it's like a big loop. It's like a couple of loops, and you kind of ride all the way up on the kind of east side of it, and you do a little kind of up to the far north, and then you kind of come back on yourself on the west side. So what I was told was that look, the east side of it's the easy part.
Okay.
Prepare yourself for the way home.
Oh wow.
So anyway, right. So got up.
When you're tired, the hard bit kicks in.
Yeah, the hard bit really kicks in, and they weren't lying. So when I got to the likes of Conton or whatever, and I was flying, and I got to the most northerly point a lot quicker than I thought, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a bit nuts." So then I was like, "Right, I'm going well here. I'm going very well, but don't get ahead of yourself." So then on the second day, my end point, there was a shop and it's called Drumbeg, and that's kind of like, it's a way up in the north. Like, it's really sparsely populated up there, like really sparsely populated. Like, I was riding through this section.
Is that your turning point? No.
Yeah, well, it's kind of on the way back then.
Right.
So yeah, if you look at the map there,
You started
so yeah, no, I started down. If you go down, see where Glencoe is. Yeah, so Tyndrum is kind of down at the bottom, below. Where is it?
What's the name of the place? Tyndrum.
Tyndrum, T-Y-N-D.
Did you go by Fort William? That's a depressing place.
Yeah, I came back by Fort William.
Yeah, I was
So-
there. Although I was there when it was raining, that's probably why I thought it was depressing.
Yeah, it is. It's there's there's a bit in Fort William, to be fair. So Tyndrum's there.
The
So
Harry Potter train is there.
oh wow.
In Tyndrum.
No, in Fort William.
Fort William.
Just I'd say Fort William.
So the way you go up is you head kind of towards Inverness, but you never get really over that far to the east. You're kind of just west of Inverness,
Okay.
through all the mountain range, and then you go up and you keep going up past Inverness and you go up towards Ullapool there. So on that second day, I kind of
I was just going to, sorry for interrupting you, but I was thinking like Fort William would be like really far, and then you just said Ullapool, and that's
Ullapool.
literally the length of Ireland.
yeah, I know, yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, but I was north of Ullapool, so you see where that lake is, and the kind of just north of Ullapool there. So that was kind of my turning point.
Oh right.
And the Bialach Horn is what it's called, and it's literally this massive mountain that you can't ride up on your bike. You have to, like, a really steep, shaly mountain like Crowpatrick that you have to basically cart your
Push the
bike
bike up.
Yeah, you're pushing. Like there's a good few sections you actually have to push your bike.
No way.
So I done a lot of running and stuff, and I kind of trained myself for that because I knew that was coming. And I kind of in the build up, I done a lot of running and just got used to you being off the bike and being good on my feet, like. So so yeah, day 2 got up to that northerly point, and it wasn't even sunset. So I was like, oh wow, I'm kind of halfway there, but you're not really though, because I didn't realize how hard the other section was going to be. So got up there, met the actual 2 leading women who were kind of riding together, and I kind of got to them and actually just started hanging out with them. And I said, you know what, I'm not gonna head off here. I'm gonna hang out with you guys. Yous are cool, really cool people. Alice Lemkis and Philippa Batty, and they were absolute sound creatures.
Yeah,
It's great.
They're
to meet them.
absolutely amazing. And we just hung out. And we hung out. We went to Drumbeg. We kind of all hung out, and then we kind of slept. There was kind of a couple of areas, so we all kind of said, right, we're bedding down. So I kind of went off down towards this beach. I think Alice slept in the toilets, the public toilets, and then Philippa slept in your man that had the shop. Had this little kind of a greenhouse thing in the front of it, so she slept in there.
Right.
And I set up my little tent and did that. So then the next morning I was like, right, I'm awake. Didn't know if they were awake. I didn't know what time they were setting off at. I just said, right, I'm packing up and I'm going.
Yeah.
I felt miserable. I didn't feel great. I got a bit of sleep, but I just didn't feel great. So anyway, packed up, and I think it was around 4 a.m. Started making tracks, and I felt horrendous. So
this
then
is day 3.
This is day 3. So then I started making tracks, and I wasn't really kind of feeling it. So I was just kind of going, right, just keep moving. And I was a bit all over the place, and some of the tracks were a bit, they were a bit overgrown, and it was tough going, and there was a lot of midgies out there. There's an awful lot of midgies in Scotland. So you're kind of,
Small people like.
Yeah, like, it's
This is the Chocolate Bar World Cup final.
Crunchy.
Crunchy, which is Cadbury's, and Dairy Milk, which is also Cadbury's.
We said it from the start. Who we thought was going to be the winner,
Yeah.
So what?
and he's here.
we go on Dairy Milk first or Cadbury?
This was
I'd say go to
hang
Crunchy
on,
first,
hang on. So what do we have to take from this? Like, so we
yeah, but just
Just give your honest review.
mouth
what you
feel.
like it.
It goes from everything to
what are
what
we
it,
crunchy in first?
Go crunchy
Yeah,
first, I'd
put
say.
the
Yeah.
crunchy in and then take it
It's
out.
everything
and
from
then
what it
put back
feels.
in again.
Give it a good suck, like.
the feeling, the texture, the taste, the aftertaste, the finish, the experience, the smell.
Do you like the honeycombs?
It just reminds me of Selection Box.
Yeah. That's it. Gorgeous.
Taste of Selection Box.
Yeah.
Golden.
There's always a few crunchies left over.
Do you know what a pet hate of mine is? Listening to people eating on a microphone.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
You must love this section.
I know, yeah.
It's the ASMR section of it. Yeah, it's so good though.
Oh man.
Put those headphones back on you.
It definitely does what it says in the wrapper anyway. It is crunchy.
It's very crunchy.
I haven't had one in ages, actually.
Now, are these both Cadbury's actually?
I didn't eat any of these in Scotland.
Did you not?
No, they're probably actually really good for calories, actually.
I'd say so. Honeycomb and stuff,
high.
innit?
Snickers are kind of your go-to when you're on the
Bertie usually always counts calories and tells us what the calories are.
What beat Snickers?
I think it was Crunchy.
Where did Crunchy beat Snickers? No, it wasn't. It was Dairy Milk. It had to be Dairy Milk, I'd say.
Yeah, Snickers are, they're the go-to, man.
Yeah, they're class.
Calorie heaven there.
Mm.
You get the duos were amazing. I just kept buying duos.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Just buying duos the whole time.
That should be the normal the normal size of them.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be like proper
Back in the
size.
day.
The duos are just
when we were
now.
all obese.
Yeah.
When I used to be whatever. What size? I was big enough.
Crunchies are good. I'm
Yeah.
feeling that crunchy. But I mean, this has
But
been
you see,
pipped.
come here. Hang on. Now, this is not something that you probably didn't think about. It's surrounded by dairy milk.
Yeah, they're both Dairy Milk. Like
Yeah, I know.
it's the
but
exact
like,
same chocolate.
But is it not like? Yeah.
Just depends now. You have to try your Dairy Milk. So we're moving on to Dairy Milk.
I do love. Yeah, cup of tea and dairy milk. Hard bet.
Man.
And it after being in the fridge as well.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
has to
Put
be.
it in the fridge.
The whisper bet Snickers.
How did you Imagine a Whisper
what
beat
a Whisper.
Snippers.
Whisper's like eating the fucking air.
No,
Yeah,
it's Whisper.
I've
Snickers won, and then Dairy Milk bet Snickers.
Oh, Dairy Milk. Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Dairy Milk bet Snickers in the semi-final.
That was a hard one.
Okay, so we're trying now the dairy milk,
Yeah.
and it's
You should have tried the dairy milk first.
Yeah, probably.
I
yeah.
think the advantage is it's crunchy there.
Why do you still have the honeycombs in your palate?
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of it, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this now, but
It's
Crunchy.
too much.
crunchy was quite nice.
No,
There's too much chocolate.
Yeah.
it's plain.
But I can't really vote.
You need
against
something in it. I tell you.
I don't know. I'm after kind of feeling all that chocolate running down my throat there.
it. Cup of tea now. Change it.
Jeez, I don't know.
You can't bring in outside assistance for this.
Well, we will stick up the vote on Instagram, and see. But we have a 4-way vote here now, so that counts too.
I said the crunchy.
You're going crunchy. Oh man, that's big. Big upset.
You need something in it. You need something in the chocolate because, like as
Yeah,
Paul
it's too
said,
much.
there's Cadbury's chocolate on the crunchy.
And it's just the right amount, like.
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
go-
getting a really nice aftertaste.
Yeah.
I'm going to do dairy
Yeah.
milk now.
I'm going Dairy Milk. I have to.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence there, but I think, dairy milk. For a cup of tea now, I keep saying it.
Yeah.
I'd be made.
Would you like a cappuccino?
I'm going Dairy Milk.
Grand. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy enough.
Dairy milk for me.
Right, I am going Dairy Milk as well. What do you think?
Dairy milk.
Yeah, came out in the end. What are you thinking?
Crunchy.
You went crunchy in the end. Holy
See,
moly!
you feel satisfied after dairy milk, but the crunchy you could go another bit.
Yeah, you can probably
You
get 2
get it,
crunchies
and you're
in.
just like, it's a bit too sweet. And
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, it is a bit too
that's
sweet.
very-
That's enough Dairy Milk for me now.
Yeah, but you're full, like, you know what I mean? That's a full meal there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's a 3-course meal there.
that was good. Okay, so for us in the final, the Dairy Milk has won, but we'll stick it out to the Instagram, and then that's it. We'll see how they go.
Yep.
Go on, Dairy Milk, I'd say. Right, Waffle Game.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the Waffle Game.
Scissors and
rock.
rock beat scissors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want?
Yeah,
do you
he's
want
just
A-
talking about
A or
cycling
B?
rocks.
What do I get to choose now?
Okay, well you can choose to go first or second.
No,
or
I
A
go
or B.
second. Let him go first.
Oh,
What do you want? What,
brave man.
what are you giving them? Are you giving them A or are you giving them B?
Well, what's the difference between A and B?
Just
Apart
two-
from the way they look.
Two different sets of questions.
Yeah.
B. Give him B.
Okay, so John
So
gets
John's
B.
going
B.
for it to be, is it? Okay.
Please don't be about soccer.
B for badass.
It's going to be about biking now. What did you
B
say?
for bikes.
Okay, John. In 30 seconds, can you name 5 Scottish football teams?
Well, I mean, just think of Scottish places. Go for it, man.
Dundee United, Aberdeen,
Good man.
Rangers.
Don't give him some.
Glasgow. Do I have to use the United parts or just
No,
kind
no,
of
no. Just the
towns?
names. Go on.
Glasgow, Edinburgh
United.
United.
There's 2 Glasgow teams now.
FC, Glasgow FC, Glasgow United.
Even I don't like soccer.
Loch Ness FC.
The Loch Ness Monsters.
That's actually true. There is a Loch Ness.
Is there?
Um,
30 seconds.
Tyndrum
There
FC.
you go.
Okay.
I when you started, I was like, this man is on it.
I'm
And
on a
then
roll.
Yeah, you went
missed-
off a
you
bit
missed
in
the
the-
obvious ones.
The lads started slagging me. That's put me off.
Yeah.
Okay,
Caledonian Thistle.
Paul, the next one.
Oh.
In 30 seconds, can
Oh,
you
man.
name Portugal football teams?
Oh,
For
Jesus.
fuck's sake. Can I start now?
should have
Yeah,
given-
yeah.
Ah,
Started already.
Fucking, I don't know anything in Portugal.
There
Lisbon.
you go.
That's a
Good
place.
start, yeah. Just think Portuguese
Lisbon.
places.
What's the other one?
We talked about it earlier on. There's a cake from there.
Madeira.
There
Do
we
they
go.
have Madeira United?
They probably do, yeah.
No. What's the other one? There's another. Fucking hell.
Come on now.
Portimao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
They're not a town.
Is that Brazil?
Portimao
no.
is a town, yeah.
It is. It's a town.
30 seconds.
There's 30
I
seconds.
don't.
If it was the other way around, I
anything
probably would have won it. I would have
football.
named loads of Portuguese towns that
You
drove
were
through.
just.
Yeah, but
You were literally just there.
Well, the reason I picked it was
you
because
a
Paul
clue.
was going to talk about Scotland and Johnny was talking about Portugal.
we got flipped. We got
Yeah.
flipped,
So,
man. He
John-
flipped us.
Yes.
You were
That's rubbish.
missed the obvious ones: Celtic, Rangers.
Yeah.
I even said it.
Yeah. He said Rangers and you didn't even hear him.
Motherwell and Hearts.
So I got one.
You got one. Dundee United. Yes,
Okay.
very good.
Lovely.
Paul,
got zero.
you got Portugal teams, but Benfica, Braga, Boa Vista.
No, none of those.
You gave something about Lisbon, Sporting
Yeah.
Lisbon. We might give you that.
I
And
give
then
him
you
that.
said,
Give it to him. Give it to
you
him.
said Porto then as well. So
You got 2.
Porto, yeah,
Porto.
And what did John get?
1.
Ah, well done, Paul.
No, I kind of wasn't really.
Well done, Paul.
No, we'll call it a draw, John. We'll both go over the
Oh, look
line
at him
10.
go over the line together.
We'll go
with it.
joint first.
Come on,
Okay?
let's go try first, John.
So gracious. So gracious. Did you know that urine used to be a detergent? Blech, I know. Yuck. In the past, urine was used to wash clothes because of the ammonia content, which helped
'Cause
get
that's
out
why
tough stains.
in biology, I think, or no, was it chemistry?
Yeah,
Things smell like piss.
yeah, exactly. The biology room smell like
Oh,
piss
they
all the
smell
time.
piss here.
Still, some people might prefer having the dirty shirt over the stink of pee.
Pissing
There
on
you
your
go.
shirt.
There you go. That's my shell bomb.
So when you piss in your trousers, you're actually washing them.
That's it. You're giving them out clean.
Even though it comes out brown.
Oh, look here, me wash this trouser.
Right, Bertie, go on.
Over your course of your lifetime, you may have heard of a certain phrase, and maybe you could use it in the Chocolate Bar World Cup by saying maybe Dairy Milk is hands down the best chocolate bar you've ever had.
Oh, right. Okay. Hands down.
So, hands down, many moons ago, when the rich people and horse racing started to take off, as the jockey was coming up, the winning jockey, and he was a few lengths ahead, he would relax his hands down because he knew he was going to win. So relax the reins and the hands would drop. So hands down meant someone that was going to win or someone that was successful.
You
and
knew
over
it?
the course
Oh,
of
yeah,
time,
just 'cause you won.
over the course of time, it's become synonymous.
Oh, Bertie, you got it.
I got it.
You jumped the
Yay.
hurdle.
With
Cinemas.
with meaning that it's something good. So hands down the best chocolate bar, or hands down the best footballer, whatever you want.
That is fascinating.
There you go.
My hands were
Came
knackered,
from horse
though.
racing.
Yeah, your hands
They were definitely
down.
They were down for about 4 months.
Do you have any sort of a shell bomb that you want to give us? Any sort of facts that you can think of off the top of your head? Even one about cycling, maybe, that you could give us? Give us a shell bomb.
No, I don't have
Put you in
anything.
the spot.
No, actually, no.
Think about it. Think about it. We'll come back to you. John, you
broke
go.
me.
I'll save you. I have one about cycling.
Go
Oh,
on.
there you go.
A bicycle doesn't need a rider once it's going over 8 mile an hour and moving itself.
What?
Ghost to it.
Basically, yeah. So if once the bike is going over 8 mile an hour,
It won't fall.
it doesn't need a rider. It'll just keep on going
I wish
What,
I had
forever?
prepared for this.
forever and ever.
Yeah.
I would have had a nice Scottish one.
Yeah.
I love Scotland.
You can Google away there. Perpetual motion just keeps on going. Like
Well, I'd imagine it needs some kind of traction of some sort. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you push it down a hill and it goes more than 8 mile an hour,
it's just going to stay. It's not going to fall over.
It'll
or
stay
anything.
upright. Yeah.
Cruise control.
No way. Were you a fan of when you were younger riding a bicycle without the hands?
Oh yeah, I always would have done
Ah,
that.
Are you one of those cool dudes? You ever see them running downtown with the hands behind the back?
But like we didn't do that when we had. I wasn't riding a bike when mobile phones existed, so it would
Right.
have been like.
Oh
What?
yeah, in on TikTok when you were cycling down the
it is,
road,
yeah.
flicking away like.
I have 5 shell bombs now.
Oh, let's do it.
Ah,
Gold
good.
mine.
There he is.
And
Let's
they're all
do it.
Scotland related.
Right. Go for it, man. Let's do it.
There's 3 languages in the Highlands: English, Scots, and Gaelic.
Oh, like
And Gaelic is amazing because it sounds like Irish. and
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
mental.
it's like an Irish
Yeah,
Gaelic.
it's brilliant. It's yeah, so it's
we
transferable.
are quite close to the Scots, aren't we? In
Mm.
fairness,
They're sound. My name
Billy
is Scottish.
Billy Connolly says.
is your
Caldwell
Caldwell
is
Scottish?
Scottish. And,
I think
and
my name's Scottish as well.
Yeah. Well, Scott.
Yeah.
So the area is divided into 2 parts. The Great
Oh,
Glen
flower of
divides and
Scotland.
the Grampian Mountains and the southeast. That's not really that too. Oh, here's a good one, right? So the Northwest Highlands are geologically,
Nice.
or geologically speaking, are 750 million years old.
What?
That's nuts, isn't it?
Jeez.
It's nuts. And here's the last one. Well, I'm going to skip the other 2 because they're kind of crap. So Loch Ness holds more fresh water than all the lakes in England and Wales combined.
Yeah, you see, isn't that the thing about it? Like they say that it's so deep that there is a possibility that there's something down there.
Yeah.
Did you see the video recently of
No.
the camper? He threw up a drone, and like they tested the video and everything, and it hasn't been altered in any way.
There's a shape of something there.
There's
is
a
there?
shape, yeah, very much so. Yeah, the shape of some sort of a thingy
Eel. I think it's
sleeping
just a
through.
giant eel.
But could be, yeah.
Dinosaur. What's he
Um,
eating though?
Yeah, and what's he riding?
Well,
It
if it's
couldn't be
so-
around for that long. Has to be another
well,
one.
it's
Has to be at
eggs,
least
man.
2 of them. Like
Some say though
Incubated
from
eggs.
when you the aerial photos, it's the different ways of depending the depth where it is, it's just like stones and underground.
You think,
can
yeah.
see that you can
Well,
see
sure, if you
sheds.
just send a drone up again, if it's still there, so that kind of
Yeah, why don't they just keep
send
drones
a
up there?
fucking
Yeah.
submarine in. There's one
Fucking
that
right.
and with a load of rich lads in it, and away they go.
And I think we'll finish the podcast there.
Shellbombs.
Boom.